Okay, welcome to the solution then to number 1 for this paper. Now we have f of x, let's just write it down here, equals 3 plus 2x to the power negative 3. And we've got to expand this up to the term in x cubed using the binomial expansion. Now before we can use the binomial expansion, we must always get this into the right format, and that format, let's just write it over here, has got to be of the form 1 plus a to the power n. Now we haven't got a 1, we've got a 3 here, so first of all I've got to get rid of this 3, and so what I can do is we'll just write a square bracket and we'll put the minus 3 power there. Okay, now 3 plus 2x, I force this 3 out the front of a bracket, so I end up with 3 times 1, which will give me the 3. And then what do I multiply 3 by to get 2x? Well, it has to be 2/3 x. And just complete the bracket off there. Alright, so always, whatever number you've got here in situations like this, if it's not a 1, force it out the bracket. So I forced the 3 outside the bracket there, and that gave me the 1. Okay, now next I rely on the fact that when you've got a product and they're both, well, I should say all to a particular power, in this case negative 3, then it's the same as writing each particular factor here to the power negative 3. So we have 3 to the power negative 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2/3 x, also to the power negative 3. Now 3 to the minus 3 is 1 over 3 cubed, which we'll see is 1/27th. Okay, I'll write that down on the next line when we get there. Now this bracket is in this particular format. Okay, we've got our 1 and the a is my 2/3 x and my n is the power minus 3. Now when we expand out expansions like this, you should know what this is identical to. Let me just run through it with you very quickly. Let's just give ourselves a bit of room. Let's take this out, okay, and we'll put this just over here. We've got enough room. So you should know that 1 plus a to the power n is identical to 1 plus n times a plus n times n minus 1 times a squared all over 2 factorial. And the next term, I'm running out of room here, so I'll write it underneath, is plus n minus 1, n minus 2, a cubed, and it's all over 3 factorial. So 3 factorial. And it goes on like this, term by term, okay? So that's just a reminder there, just to show you the formula that I'm going to be using. Okay, so we return to this then, and we have 1 plus the power n, and that's minus 3, so I put that in brackets. Okay, and then it's times the term here, which remember was a. In our case it's 2/3 x, so we put 2/3 x in there. Alright, so I've done 1 plus na. Now we go on to the next term, so it is the power n minus 3 multiplied by n minus 1, so we subtract 1 from the power, that's now minus 4. Okay, then we do the a term, square it, so that's going to be 2/3 x all squared, and that's over 2 factorial, or just simply 2 factorial we know is 2 times 1, so I'm just going to write 2 there. Okay, the next term will be the term in x cubed, and so it's going to be the power n, so that's minus 3 Then we take 1 away from the power, so it's now minus 4. And then we go on to take another one from the power, so it's minus 5. Then it's the a term cubed, so that's going to be 2/3 x all cubed. And it's over 3 factorial. I'm not going to write 3 factorial, I'm just going to write 3 times 2. Alright? Don't forget as well to put plus and so on. There will be more terms there. So, and we'll close the bracket off so we get that. Okay, that's essentially the binomial expansion. All we've got to do is just tidy this up now. So 1 over 3 cubed is 1 over 27. And that's going to be multiplied by 1. And we look at this term, these two 3's will cancel. So that'll be, let's just show the cancelling actually. Okay, so 3 into 3 here goes once, 3 into minus 3 goes negative 1. So you have minus 1 times 2x, which is going to be minus 2x. Okay. Next, let's see if we can do some cancelling here. We can say 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into minus 4 goes minus 2. And hopefully you can see that this minus 3 will cancel out with one of the 3's here, because this is 2/3 times another 2/3. So if I cancel by 3, one of these 3's will go and this will go down to minus 1. So I hope you got that. Let's just see though what we would get. So it would be 2 squared here, which is 4, times this minus 2, which is minus 8. And this, remember, would have cancelled with one of the 3's to bring me down to minus 1. So I've got minus 8 times minus 1, so it's going to be plus 8. Okay, so it's going to be plus 8. And then we're going to have the 3, okay, which would have been squared, which would have been 9, but remember one of the 3's got cancelled, so back to a 3 there, so it's 8/3 x squared. So I hope you got that, okay. Next, let's see if we can do some cancelling on this one. This 3 will cancel with this one to go minus 1, and this 2 will cancel to go minus 2 into that. Okay, let's see what we've got next. So we've got 2/3. When you cube that, that's going to be 8/27. And we've got 2 5's here, that's 10, times the minus 1, so that's minus 10. And so minus 10 times the 8 is minus 80. And on the bottom we've got 3 cubed, which is 27. And we've got the x, which is cubed, so we've got x cubed, plus and so on. Alright, so that's that. Now we just got to simply finish now by multiplying through by 1/27 to each term, and so we get 1/27 and then minus 2/27 x, and then plus 8x cubed over 27 times 3, which is what, 60, 70, 81, and finally minus 80 x cubed over 27 times 27, and 27 times 27 works out to be 729, so that's 729 there, plus and so on. So that brings us to the end of question 1, and hopefully you've understood that.